Yo, 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 it's your boy Skilled Fawn. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be doing part two of the original rant that I did. I'll link that up above. Basically, in the first one, I talked about the very first Assassin's Creed, the second one, Brotherhood, and Revelations, and I compared that to the new one at the time, which was Valhalla. In this video, I'm going to be going through some other Assassin's Creeds and just kind of rant about it. I started off with Black Flag, and yeah, this game was really underrated, I feel like, or maybe, or I know a lot of people like this, but it was, I don't know, going back, it's kind of feels underrated compared to the newer ones. But being able to go on these epic ship battles at the time was so cool. The various like things you could do, you could hunt whales, do assassins missions, and like visit all these islands. It was pretty neat. Um and this is when they started to mess around with the combat a bit, I'd say, and change it up. It's still pretty much the same formula as before, where like press X and then counter every once in a while. But I actually thought that was a pretty decent uh, gameplay loop. It's definitely not as not the best, but it's a lot better than what we got in the newer ones with the RPG type thing. Um, because yeah, like in the new ones, so I also started to go through Origins again, and I'm not gonna just bash the new ones. There are some really cool things about them. Um, like obviously with each of the new Assassin's Creed, the games look beautiful, and the people and stuff in the background get a lot better. Uh, some of the storytelling is a bit better, but I really liked with Origins how you could get on your camel or horse and you'd set a waypoint and you could just have it auto travel there. It was the coolest thing. It'd been neat in older games if they implemented that. And there's a ton of other things that I could name, but it just didn't feel like Assassin's Creed. Uh, the new one, Origins, and the little I played of Odyssey. I never played Valhalla, but from seeing videos online and like the trailers and stuff like that from when it was being released, it just didn't really get me excited. It more so pushed me away. But if you enjoy any of these games, don't let me or anyone else, uh, turn you away from them. Enjoy what you want, and yeah, don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. But I just was not a big fan of these new games, and I know many other people weren't. Um, when I was just like walking around at the beginning of Origins, it's kind of weird that you didn't get a hidden blade right away. You got like a sword, and you just have to. It was like a weird version of Dark Souls. You just have to dodge, run back in, attack, and then I don't know. I guess you could say the same about the previous ones where you could just dodge and then run back in, but the combat combat in the new ones versus the olds are just so much different. I think they just regressed as the new ones came. The combat has always been a bit clunky in the Assassin's Creed games, but it's really notable in Origins when you're just trying to consistently swing or something, and then you look at Elden Ring and how fluid all the movements are. Just didn't seem like they put a lot of time into that. So one critique about the older games is that they're pretty much the same thing, just rinse repeat. You got the same chests you gotta capture or collect 391 times, or you gotta do the same escort mission or same assassination contract. But I'd argue that in the newer games it's pretty much just the same thing, but they just completely revamped the combat and tagged on Assassin's Creed. Because, I mean, it does have the elements. Like, I'm not going to say it's completely taken away the Assassin's Creed, like, lore and stuff like that, but it's just, it never ever felt to me like it was an Assassin's Creed. Like, even Black Flag, as weird of a game as it was, and Edward just stumbling upon the assassin and basically becoming him, that felt like I was more of an assassin than these new ones. And I don't know, I don't think they had a really good formula. They were getting, I don't know, somewhere, but they regressed. And you can kind of see how in like every Assassin's Creed game after Ezio, they're just always trying to bring him back in because of how like popular he was. They had a really good formula for that. They also have like Altair and all the other ones, but it just seems like they're really focused more so on how like popular they were, and they're trying to recapture it. So another thing that I really enjoyed about the previous games, especially the first and Brotherhood, was you actually felt like you were part of like a bigger thing. And I'm sure, I mean, I haven't, like I said, I haven't really played through the newer ones a whole ton. I've put a few hours into them, but I just couldn't, like, in those few hours when I played Brotherhood or EC1 for the first time, it like captured me, and I was really impressed by everything. So it should almost be the same way with the new ones. They definitely have, awe to them and really impressive moments, the new ones, but like this first Assassin's Creed with, the Grand Master pretty much telling you that you've been a bad person, you've regressed, and that you need to work your way back up, and you do all these tasks, even though they're somewhat copy and paste, it you see the world around you change and your character actually develop. May not be the best story ever made, but I think it's a lot better than what we got in the newer ones. I couldn't really I mean, I didn't mind the protagonist in Origins, but I didn't like the protagonist in Odyssey. And that's I guess another thing is the MacGuffin for each of the like games, the thing that the player's going for, it just seems to get less and less interesting as time goes on. They had the Apple of Eden, which was really cool, and then in Black Flag, it's been a while since I've beaten it, but you get that like map piece or whatever. That was, or for the observatory, I think it was called. Like I said, it's been a while, but that was really cool, and all the early games, and like with the newer games, I just could never get into them. The combat, storytelling, the world, everything. Even in the first game, as lifeless as some of the people are, it just seems like it had so much more than the new ones do. And so, to wrap this up, I mainly want to talk about the new game that's coming out, but also a few other things. So with this new game, Assassin's Creed Mirage, supposed to go back to the roots of Assassin's Creed, and that is something we can all hope. But I've seen a few clips where you basically just seem like you're using superpowers or something. Obviously, in the older games, you're a beast with a sword and stuff like that, but you never have any of these godly powers that you do in the newer ones, and it feels a lot more grounded. But until the game comes out, we can only speculate and see the few clips that they've released, judge them. But yeah, we just gotta wait for the game to come out. I'll probably pick it up. I'm not sure yet. I'll either be picking it up the first day it drops, or I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale and then do another review far in the future. But yeah, these are some of the reasons why the new Assassin's Creeds just aren't it for me. I really, really enjoy the old ones. I still go back and play them. I bought the remastered version of the Ezio games, and then I also got Rogue. So I've been doing all of those behind the scenes after Elden Ring and Star Wars games. Yeah, if you enjoy the video and content, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It would make my day and help to support me and the channel. So thank you again, and have a fantastic day. Field Fawn out.